Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be eating king crab, some snow crab. I have some shrimp down here in B-Love's garlic sauce. I do have a true crime that I'm going to be talking about today, but let's get it in. Amen. Alright. Oh, and I do have some king crab knuckles in the sauce as well. So, for this true crime, there was a little girl who stayed with both of her parents as an infant. And when she was really young, her parents were at odds and decided to separate. Her mom was upset when dad said he was leaving, so she took her infant daughter, threw her down the stairs at dad and said, "Take your daughter with you." Now, she suffered from having a fractured skull, but somehow they ended up giving her back to her mom. Okay, so fast forward to her adult life. After going through some of the things she went through as a child, she said that she would make sure that her children had everything they needed and always felt loved. So she had 4 kids and was doing really well, taking care of them really well. One day, she lost her job. When she lost her job, she said, "I gotta figure out how I'm gonna take care of my kids. I got 4 kids." So she was, at the time, had to move, and she had a roommate. And her roommate was coming home with a lot of money. She's like, "Well, what do you do? How do you make so much money?" or whatever. And she showed her. It was like this website that she used. It's kind of like a Craigslist, where you find people who want certain services and you provide them. Now, she didn't want to get in the business of selling her body for money. So she decided, well, I'm going to be a dominatrix. And that allowed her to make enough money to take care of her kids and buy them the things they needed and pay her bills. Now, she still wasn't making the type of money that she wanted to be making, or that really you need to be making to raise 4 children. So when one of her clients reached out to her with the proposal, she was interested. Well, what caught her attention was, "Do you want to make $20,000 in a month?" She was like, "Oh yeah, let me hear him out. Let me see what he's talking about." She made it clear that she wouldn't be doing anything in regards to selling her body. He said, "No, it's nothing like that." I said, "Okay." So what his idea was, use fake credit cards in real people's names to buy gift cards. And she was making pretty good money doing that. But then he was like, "Hey, I want to make more money than this. It's not enough." He said, "Well, let's start opening bank accounts and creating more credit cards with these people's identities. And she would be the person who was actually going to do this stuff." So he would have profiles on people whose credit scores was really good, that could do anything financially that they really wanted to do. She would then go create fake IDs of her with these people's names on them, social security cards, pay stubs, offer letters, whatever she needed to prove to the bank that that was, you know, she was who she was saying she was. So she was doing all of this, creating these accounts, bank accounts in these people's names, credit cards in these people's names. And she was like, well, we might as well take the credit limit. So if it's $30,000, transfer that to the person's bank account, the fake person with a real, you know, the bank account. Go to the ATM, cash it out. So boom. They got a lot of money, okay? Because she had, these are multiple people that she is impersonating. And she would change the way that she looked, go to different banks, and do it all over again. Went in the bank. And she got a little bit nervous because they didn't think she was who she was. So what she was also doing was creating or going into leases with these people's names. And she was doing that. And actually having the lease and going, you know, to the apartments. They were vacant. Going to these places, picking up her mail, things like that. They end up giving her the account that she was trying to get, because she was able to prove that the apartment was quote unquote hers. Okay, so fast forward. She like, well, making good money doing this. Why not do bank loans? Let me tell you something. I'm so scary. I don't know how she had the guts, because she was going in by herself for all of these accounts. Okay? She had no backup, like somebody going with her, pretending to be a spouse, none of that. It was just her. You have to be bold to do something like this. Okay? So she getting approved for $60,000 loans, $30,000 loans, transferring them right onto her bank account. So she was taking care of her family, not only her children, but other people in her family, her friends that might have been struggling, things like that. They making bank. She had everything that she wanted and could have asked for. So one day, and keep in mind, she is still a dominatrix during this period. She ain't let go of that hustle, okay? For her, she said it helps her to release a lot of anger and things that she experiences from the trauma she had from her childhood. So one day, she looking at the account history for one of their accounts, one of their false identities, and she's like, why are there all of these unauthorized transactions? Now, she just can't call the bank and say it was an unauthorized transaction, because she's doing the fraud as well. So what you gonna do? Can't do nothing. So she realizes the person doing the fraudulent transaction is the person who put her on. So she calls him, and he's like, that ain't none of your business. I needed to do this, that, and the third. And the money wasn't his to, you know, just spend or whatever. She told him, she said, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not doing this no more. So she stopped working for him, got a regular job, and was still continuing to do her dominatrix stuff. Now, 2 years goes by. And she's just living her life, minding her business. Okay. She get a text message. Text message says, this is FBI agent such and such. Please give me a call, or we will send a party out to come and get you. She look at it like, bro, what FBI agent is gonna send a text message, okay? She don't think none of it. Her old roommate calls her not too long after and says, you know, the FBI came over here looking for you. So now it's real, okay? And so they get in contact with her, tell her to go ahead and head on down. It's your turn, boo. Go on and head down. And so she went down there. And she said she already knew. That they knew everything they needed to know. So basically what ended up happening, old dude who put her on to begin with is driving around with stolen identities in the trunk, a computer that has files of him committing the fraud and all the things that he was doing, and it's titled like big fraud account or something. They went through his phone. He only ended up having to do like a year and had to pay back a lot of money. But for him, he got a lot longer. I want to say, I could be wrong, but I want to say like 13 years. But yeah, so when she got out, she opened up her own business, turned her life around. She still does the dominatrix from, at least when they aired the episode, but yeah, y'all, that was crazy. I mean, for me, it's more crazy because she stopped doing it. Wasn't doing it no more. Didn't get caught, you know, on her own. Somebody else doing dumb stuff. Just dumb. Had all the evidence. Every ounce of it. Couldn't hide nothing. In a trunk. What you were doing to get pulled over. Not saying that sometimes you might get pulled over and you might not be doing nothing, but baby, you supposed to be the safest person on the road. You got all the evidence in the trunk. Gets pulled over, and now you got to serve time and leave your family. Now, she shouldn't have been doing the stuff to begin with. But still. Oh! I would have been so mad. Alright, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. If you stayed, thank you for continuing to watch the video. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and put in the comments anything else that y'all might want to hear me talk about. And I will see you next time. Bye.